Welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us. You're watching Politics Tonight, digging beyond the headlines. And tonight we're discussing plans to bloodbaths with a member of House of Representatives for Just South, Just East Federal Constituency, Honorable Dachung Musa Bagos. All right, Honorable, earlier you talked about policing ourselves and you were quoted as advising the people to arm and defend themselves. Now, don't you think this will only worsen things?
Don't I think what?
You were quoted as advising the people to arm and defend themselves. So I'm asking, don't you think this will only worsen things?
Well, if you check my statement, I did not say arm. I just say defend. I have my house. I protect and I defend my house with a gate. I have my own dog. And I have my own security personnel, a private security personnel. So when I say everybody should defend himself, when you are defending yourself, I cannot sit down in this studio. You're watching me and I have somebody attacking me and I'll just sit down and open my neck for him to kill me. If I say defend yourself, which means we should be vigilant. We should no longer go and sleep. We should be vigilant and wait for whosoever wants to come and attack us. Because when they see you, you are waiting for them. Even from afar, they know that you are waiting for them. So it's not about arming yourself. As a Christian, the Bible told me that I should be as wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove. So when we just sit down and talk about defending ourselves, and someone will assume that we should just start carrying AK-47. In as much as those people carry AK-47, it doesn't mean that we cannot be able to tactically know that these are the people that are coming. And when you are talking about defending yourself, which means in terms of vigilante, you need to work with the security personnel. When we have the number of the security personnel we need within our environment, it is our defending ourselves. What happened in the Northeast, the civilian JTF, it's civilian defense. The civilian JTF were not military personnel. Those were civilian defense. They were able to go out, gather information for the security. That is self-defense.
All right.
So today, if we can be able to ensure that our vigilantes are active, our hunters are active, we should be able to see that the Operation Rainbow we have in the state is working very well. We should be able to see that we have synergy with security agencies. That is self-defense. Because what Constitution says in Section 32 to 33, 33, 18 to 20, it says that we have the right to livelihood and on our own lives and property. And it explains how that you have the right to defend your life, you have the right to defend your property. And it all depends on the strategy you have to do that. So, but if you are able to defend your life and your property against the person that wants to take, the law is with you. But if you go and do it unlawfully, the law will be against you.
All right, Honorable.
Definitely,
so the governor
we don't have the license to take guns as individuals. So if you are found with AK-47 as a civilian, you should know that you are against the law.
So the governor has imposed a curfew in the area. Now, to what extent can this help?
As someone with faith, I can quote the Bible in the sense that when David defeated Goliath, Goliath as a soldier has a sword, but David had no sword, but he defeated Goliath.
All right, Honorable. Now, the governor has imposed a curfew in the area. To what extent can this help stop the killings?
Well, the curfew usually ensure that people are calm, giving people confidence. And whenever there is curfew in any form and in any society, the persons you see within the streets are security personnel. So in such situation, if anything happens again, which means the security personnel that are supposed to have guarded the people should be held responsible. So the curfew is to be able to put people in check that please stay put, we want to take action. And doing that, what the governor has been able to do, that everybody should stay where he is, the security should be able to take charge. That's what curfew means. So the security are parading and are looking at every environment, every corner, and when everybody is within his own domain, the security will know and be able to dictate any movement easily. And if you're supposed to be within your own compound and the security are parading and looking for suspects or trying to control the situation, they see you outside, you will be a suspect. So the issue of the curfew is to be able to how to foster law and order and to be able to foresee who likely will be the suspect.
All right, then. I mean, Governor Mofwang is less than 2 months in office and sadly facing such challenge. But what impact do you think this will have on his administration?
Well, he's a very intelligent and experienced man that's ready for any challenge at any point in time. These issues will not stop. Governance must continue. Governance must continue. I can recall during the Jan era, every year he ran his entire 8 years with one crisis or the other, but he came out as one of the best governors in terms of infrastructural development, in terms of human capital development. His rating was very high. So while this is going on, this is one of the challenges of governance. And I'm very positive and very sure that His Excellency Barrister Caleb Mutfwang will be able to do justice in as much as he is working day and night to ensure that Plateau people are peaceful. He will not allow the issue of insecurity to stop him from giving dividends of democracy to the people of Plateau State in terms of infrastructural development, human capital development, and looking at the education. And when you see, even despite with the curfew in Mango, people that are writing their NECO, he was able to make arrangement for them to write their NECO effectively. So NYSC, the NYSC camp, which is located in Mango, he has relocated the NYSC camp to another big location within the city center. So he is working. The issue of insecurity will not stop him. He is doing verifications on daily basis to be able to pay the backlog of salaries. Today, he just received a report of what has happened in the state in the past 8 years in terms of the debt profile and so on. So he is working on daily basis to see how we can address these issues and at the same time to be able to provide and give Plateau people dividends of democracy. One thing we know, we don't want to take it as a mark that because the PDP is now in power, no. We want to take it as a mark that this is another challenge that the PDP administration need to overcome and give people of Plateau State the hope, because we seek for this position and we need to look for solution to be able to build hope in the hearts of people of Plateau State that we can do this, we can give them what we had promised them during campaign. This will not deter the governor or any of us that have been voted into power, but rather this will open our eyes and our horizon to see that we should be able to think out of the box to do the right thing.
All right. So as a ranking member of the House of Reps, how are you collaborating with other lawmakers to solve the security challenges?
There is no week, or let me even say the day or any day of sitting on the floor of the House that a member does not have an issue that have to do with insecurity, be it banditry, be it kidnapping, be it whatsoever. There is no week, or in a week you can have that there is no day, be it in the House of Reps or even in the Senate. So this is an issue that has disturb and is worrying each and every member. In the 9th Assembly, there is no federal 360 federal constituency that you don't have one issue or the other, be it kidnapping or be it banditry. We have brought out resolutions to the last administration on daily basis on how to be able to address issues, even calling for the change of service chiefs. But in the 10th Assembly, even before we were able to get to 2 months, the current president has changed service chiefs. He has been able to have meetings with governors that have the issue of insecurity in their various states. And we believe that with this collaboration, our resolutions from the House will be able to have attention from the president. Having the chief of staff who is and was our former speaker and leader, who on daily basis, it is tears, only tears that he was not be able to shed physically, but he shared it within himself, and he has discussed it that this is what has been disturbing him. Now that he is with the executive, we are very positive that our cry that he has had in the past 4 years, he will not allow it to get into the next 4 years.
Right. So some residents have accused security agents of complicity in these attacks. Is there any basis for this conspiracy theory?
Well, the conspiracy theory is there and will always be there as long as the security agencies did not look at who truly is theirs and is not, and as long as they did not fish out the bad eggs among them, and Nigerians will now see that the bad eggs among them are facing justice. As long as these people are not, like I showed yesterday, the person that was apprehended with military uniform within my own constituency was in a fake uniform, carrying a fake ID card. So unless he's been proven, so these are issues that when it happens, with what has happened yesterday, with the entire village, the village will now look at it that, oh, in as much as it was fake, but the name soldier or the name security has already married to that. So public perception should be able to, it's what the security agencies need to be able to clear off on their names and in whatsoever strategy they want to engage with the people, so that the people will now know this is the genuine security personnel within you. If it means to overhaul the entire uniform before the other people well, now at times you even have collaborators that when this is going on, another thing is going on. So proper investigation, proper cleaning of the system needs to come into place by the security agencies among themselves.
So some Nigerians have called for negotiation with bandits to solve the security challenges in the country. As a lawmaker, what's your position on this?
Definitely, I will not support a negotiation with a bandit that has come to kill my people. Because what are they agitating for? I gave an example earlier that the Niger Deltans were agitating for something. So even if there was somebody you could be able to identify in the Niger Delta region where they now got amnesty, it is their own people. This person can be able to say that this is my brother, but my brother is a militant or was a militant and now has amnesty. But with what is happening within us, be it in Plateau, be it in Jos, be it in Mangu, Wase, or be it in Zamfara or Benue, it is not us. So how, when we are crying that our mothers are being killed, our fathers are killed, our children are killed on a daily basis, and someone will now come out, identify himself, and say that, well, I was the person that killed these 300 people. Come, I can only give you peace in this place if you give me 50% of your land. Is that justice? Is that the kind of negotiation we want to do with bandits that are killing us? I expect that if government have been able to identify these people, because they are bandits without a reason that has any that has any growth to our own people, they should face justice. They should be in jail. When others start seeing that government is taking these people to jail, then they will stop. They will look for another environment or another country, because look, they know that if you do this thing in Nigeria, you are not going free. So these are issues that the justice system needs to come into play.
Right.
Why these things are continuing on daily basis is that the justice system has not really shown and given us confidence.
All right. Thank you very much, Honorable.
Like when children, when the youths are crying and they start saying, this is a suspect, they will say, if we have just taken him to police. In the next 2 or 3 days, we will see him on the streets.
Thank you very much, Honorable. We're out of time.
Confidence in terms of insecurity, dispensing justice is issue that we need to look into it very well.
All right. Thank you very much, Honorable Nachung Musa Bagos, member of the House of Representatives for Just South, Just East Federal Constituency. And tonight we discuss the unending insecurity situation in Plateau State. Thank you very much, Honorable. It's a pleasure having you on the program tonight. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. And by the grace of God, it will no longer be an unending. We want to call on government that this thing must come to an end. Enough of this is enough. We need to see confidence, and we need to see something from government.
All right.